good afternoon or morning, depending on where you are, everyone. Welcome to the finals of the Choozo Randomizer race. This is RTA here with AJ. AJ, how are you doing?
Hello there, everyone, and I am doing fantabulous. This is gonna be exciting.
I agree. We have seen some absolute phenomenal running, especially in these last few rounds of the playoffs. Coming into this, we've seen some very close races, some amazing play, some outstanding watching the players execute some very difficult tricks and making it look easy, especially these two, Glove and OK Beamer, who just look phenomenal in their semifinal matchup.
Absolutely. I mean, seeing both of the semifinal matches between, what was it, Glove and Idol, or was it Beamer and Idol? But I just remember the outcome of those races. They were both Glove and Sasha. That's what it was. Beamer and Idol. They were both amazing races to watch.
And I expect this to be no different today with these two racing each other. In this first race, we're gonna have a good time here. We've got some interesting settings for them. We've got major, minor, full area rando, random boss, harder difficulty. We do have vanilla escape. We have early morph, and then we have vanilla start.
So whatever happens with the random area, hopefully it's not going to be too trolly with that vanilla start. And I think we're going to be seeing them go very soon.
Yeah, it looks like we're running in real time. So as soon as we see those timers start, we know we will have this race ready to rock. We've got Glove on our left, OK Beamer on the right. Glove is giving us a camera today, so we do get to watch her race. Those cams have been phenomenal.
Seeing the reactions of these individual runners is amazing. And we're off.
All right, so here we go. Off and running. We know once we get into Blueprint, it's very likely we're going to find that the morph will either be the very first thing we see, or it's going to be in the ceiling. Everything so far will be pretty normal, but as we see, the runners are basically synced up here.
Yeah.
Glove, maybe a slight movement advantage.
I'm also betting that this is going to be probably a vanilla morph ball.
And it is.
Yep.
So now it's going to be a matter of how fast do we find our explosives? So our first pack of power bombs, or even just finding bombs themselves, supers, because we need those things to be able to access different areas. Alpha missiles is just vanilla. Is this even randomized?
Apparently my mic keeps on dropping, so I'm gonna have to reset my mic.
Okay, well, while AJ is taking care of that, we'll see they're both all right. Speaking of, we find bombs in the ceiling, so we've got our first explosive, and honestly, I mean, outside of, they're gonna still gonna need to find power bombs, but finding that early opens up a lot of things, opens up a lot of movement that might not necessarily be there. And just as a reminder, so major, minor means that all the major items will be where we find either E-tanks, reserve tanks, or the major items that we normally find in the game. So as you can see here in criteria, there's 5 of those spaces. Like we know that Terminator's one of those locations. Ceiling's the location. The original morph ball location. BT's one of those locations, and the last reserve tank, or last E-tank that I think is in Gauntlet. Nothing exciting down there, just finding missiles at Old Mother Brain.
So, number one tip when commentating for a final, make sure your mic is plugged in all the way before commentating. Hopefully that fixes it.
Pro tip number 1. Okay. So this is another thing that these bombs opens up, even though we don't have power bombs, is the glove is going to be able to check 230 and finds the power bombs. Okay. Well, there we go. We've got all of our major initial movement pieces out of the way by having supers, having power bombs, having bombs themselves, and missiles.
I'd say this is an interesting check to do because this is major minor. Normally you wouldn't just go out checking all of this stuff, but this particular play worked out because now we got a set of power bombs. Like you said, we now have everything we need to get through doors.
Chrono, I am 100% going to steal that in the future. I love that phrase. We now have all of our major minors. Speaking of big movement, now we have high jump boots. This is huge.
Nice thing to find. That's a nice thing to have early on. If you get that speed, it's not gonna matter too much about your vertical height. So if you need to, you can always turn it off if you ever run into an issue where you just don't need them.
Yeah, because even like Glove just made absolute short work of Alcatraz escape. We all practice Alcatraz escape without high jump more often than not. So
I gotta turn it off for that too.
Yeah, and a Beamer turned high jump boots off. I thought that was interesting.
All right, so where are these runners gonna go? Looks like that might be setting up to do an early gauntlet check. We have
so much.
Wow, we're fine. This gauntlet check is okay to do. It's kind of dangerous. We're only dealing with one E-tank, so it takes a couple of seconds to die in the acid.
You know, runners of this caliber, I don't see it being an issue. Although Beamer had the same. Oh, this is exactly what happens to me when I try to do this. But I definitely don't get it on the third try like Beamer did. You know, Beamer just did something very small and maybe unnoticeable to most, but chose to, you know, every time he laid a bomb, he went to the crouch position, and where it may not seem like a big deal, it actually is kind of a big deal because it saves time, because it doesn't make you force you to jump up, so you don't lose. You save a couple of frames every single time.
Yeah.
And in race situations, frames matter.
Looks like the major item over in the gauntlet area is just a regular E-tank, which that's not bad to find. I think you saw on Glove's reaction was, oh, you know, it's an E-tank, and it's a nice thing to get this early on.
Well, especially because we're coming out of the backside of Gauntlet. Like,
yeah,
you're still gonna want to get. You know, you've got to have E-tanks to beat Mother Brain. You can't do it without them. So they're a very important item to collect here. Ooh,
sets of super missiles.
That's kind of a nice back of Gauntlet find.
Yes, it was. That totally one E-tank and 2 super missiles. You can ask for every Gauntlet, you know, without having any major items. And we are going to be able to get this other check-in at Terminator, so curious what we'll find there.
And this will be the last major minor item check of the area, and we get the best ball.
Spring
ball. Not happy from Glove's reaction, like, really?
And hey, I completely forgot. This is full area, so we're gonna get our first transition checks right here.
Yes, we are. Finally, we have completely cleared criteria. Oh, gotta get out of there.
Ooh, Turian goes to Croc Escape.
If you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. Cannot stay there. And our other check is Viridia, so we're not staying there either.
Interesting. So, is this pushing us to go down to left of Morphball? Or do we go to Viridia to do... Looks like they're electing to go back.
I think we're gonna have to. We have everything we need to go check right side, so we can go check the moat transition and check the normal top of red tower. Meme route is another location that.
Yeah.
And that's one, like, because they didn't have power bombs, they weren't able to check it right away. I've seen meme route be crayed, and that would be really rough.
Yeah, Crapple could be checked, but you're right. It could be super risky. We've seen a check of that sort in someone's death because when they used the super missile against that door, the crab fell down and killed him.
Speaking of a lot of those memories, I started putting together. I was not able to finish, but I'm gonna have a video coming up on YouTube shortly that, and I'm gonna use some footage from this as well. That's a kind of a wrap up and a remember of this tournament. Some of the memorable moments, like the incident at Croc, for example.
Can't forget that one. Glove does a really nice. It's not a continuous wall jump. I don't know what the technique's actually called, but use a spring ball to get across. That's amazing.
So we got 2 Meridia and 2 Upper Norfair. Oh, we gotta go to. Okay, they've got to go to meme route.
They really wanted to make it difficult for themselves. They could go down through Croc Escape with what they have, but that wouldn't be fun at all. And Beamer.
Beamer's just like has the grab, but just missing that that input. This is a tough trick. Even
you can practice it all you want, and it's still a hard trick to pull off consistently.
no, I mean a perfect example of that was watching the four-way race between Oates and Zenny and Zost and Behemoth, and watching them all try to execute it. And I think only a couple of them got it first try, and those are arguably not even arguably, those are definitely the 4 best runners in the world.
Is going to be continuing on down and going to be checking that last transition. And Beamer's
not like Beamer's trying to fight this transition and isn't going to be happy with it, but abandons it for now. Maybe just oh nope, never mind.
He's going to do the spring ball.
Very nice. Okay.
He was a little frustrated with that. He might have been able to maybe pull that off more and just forgot that he had spring ball. Not sure, but hey, we find red tower.
That opens up a lot of transitions in almost every one of these area randos. Red tower.
We find wreck ship. Wow. Do we continue to go through wreck ship at this point, or we turn back?
Sorry about that. Had to sneeze there. No, I think here we take the red. We take this. We're already here. We got enough ammo Well, no, never mind. We're boss rando.
Yeah, exactly.
I had to rethink that for a second there. Yeah, with boss rando, no, I don't know if you go do this right now.
I guess what is logical? Does harder difficulty expect you to be able to get over here with this current setup? I don't know if it does. If it does, then I might risk it and go check this because logic is telling you to go this way. But if we're breaking logic right now with what Love is doing at the moment, then yeah, chances are it's a boss you might not be able to face.
Oh, we're gonna find out shortly here.
Oh. Okay, Love's going back.
Someone in chat mentioned maybe not take the save only because if it's a bad check, we don't want to be here. We want out of here as fast as possible. Oh, Beamer, be careful. Okay.
Beamer's good. Beamer's got it. Okay.
Those hoppers can hurt. Those hoppers have ended runs early.
Without Varia protecting, it's no good. Speaking of which, what suit will we find first? I'm still broke at only 400 channel points, so...
Well, that's because every time... Oh!
Oh, there it is!
Well...
I swear I didn't know it was going to be there.
50% of the time, it's Varia every time. So, I would have just picked the opposite suit that KJ was going to bet because KJ did not do so well on his suit bets. The best being, and this is one of those clips that I do have in the montage, is was Idol rolling into the backside of early supers, and both suits were in the room, and he grabbed Varia first, giving KJ the loss.
So we have Varia now. So then that's all of our heat rooms. Glove is not saving again after grabbing Varia, which maybe this is muscle memory at this point. But if that boss ends up being, oh, okay, it does go back up. Good. Okay.
Take the save. Yeah, because not enough to defeat Ridley here. We don't have a charge, but can we get out of everything else? Like, yeah, the save is necessary.
You can't fight Dragon unless something is behind Dragon. I don't know. I mean, I would say no. We can't fight Dragon either.
No, so this is a 50% shot. But I don't like the knowledge is worth the time here. Oh,
it's Kraid. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
This is good because once Glove eventually does find Kraid's lair, we'll be able to check that warehouse item, which is only unlocked after defeating Kraid.
Very nice. No Kraid DLC. No prom dance. Oh. Well. Very nice find. Well, that removes the necessity to find a ton of ammo. Although players will not turn down supers along the way because they make everything easier. Certainly the Ridley fight, which we'll see at some point.
Yeah, I think at this point we still grab, everything: missiles, super missiles, and power bombs until we find ice. Then we might stop collecting regular missiles.
I think major minor. I think almost even more so than full countdown. I think you can count on finding another beam easier in major minor.
Absolutely.
Because in each area you're talking about a limited number of locations that can potentially contain one of those majors. Or in full countdown, it could be anywhere. It could even be a boat. Speaking of, race 2 will be full countdown. And by the way, if we didn't mention it, we're going to have all 3 races today if necessary. So this is race 1 out of a best of 3 series for this finals. So if we do need a 3rd game today, that will be today. We are not delaying. We're getting right to it. So we will have a winner of this tournament at the end of this broadcast.
We're taking the same route that Glove just finished taking. As far as who's in the lead and whatnot, really, I think the only difference right now between these 2 runners would be that CWJ that Beamer was trying to get. And if Beamer was able to pull that off maybe first, second, third time, I would think they'd be almost neck and neck right now.
It looks like Glove has a very she has a slight movement advantage in some areas. Even outside of that CWJ, she was still like about a room transition ahead before we got to that point, just from her movement. So, you know, that's oh wow, yes.
Are we getting?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I love to see it. This is one of my favorite things to watch executed.
Getting a D-boost X-ray check. Okay, gets the first damage boost.
Yep, and you see, just take these hits so that you have the iframes to miss the spikes.
This last one.
Oh wow!
Oh, that's so nice.
That's sick. Absolutely sick. Very well executed by Glove. Gets an E-tank. Not happy about it, but wow, just wow. That's textbook.
It was very, very well done. And while Glove was getting that X-ray D boost off, Beamer finishes Kraid, gets his charge beam. And I'm curious where we're going to be going next. I think we're just going to be focusing on clearing out some of these transition checks now.
I was talking about, you know, Glove's slight movement advantage. Like, just watching that, you can see the practice and the work she puts into her execution. That was, honestly, that was kind of incredible watching that. That was flawless. That if you were going to put on a tutorial on how to execute that was it.
Oh, and we find Green Bryn. This is one we're probably going to be digging through.
Also, Glove did not forget that she's got Spring Ball. So many runners get it and just forget they've got it. This is more transitions to check here. This is important to knock this out because we definitely want to find our dead end points. Oh, speaking of, I was about to say, okay. including Kraid's lair. That's one we were going to want to find, and here it is. Just a vanilla E-tank, but not going to turn our nose up at that one. Going to 100% take that.
Mm-hmm.
So now we are going to see Beamer get down here and be in the same. We're now going to have both players and hanging out at Kraid's.
Very close to each other. Yep. Ooh, Glove's already deciding to forego missile checks at this point. So probably doing what you were saying, letting it rely on finding at least another beam going through this. Which, yeah, the chances are high finding another beam in all of this. And Beamer, I think it was just pointed out in chat, Beamer just skips X-ray, which we'll see if Beamer goes back to check that X-ray, but that was a bit of time recovery by skipping it.
For sure, and like actually doesn't need it, and you know, making that choice, maybe feeling behind it and being like, hey, I don't have the time to check this.
Absolutely.
After that CWJ, I've got a bank on it being something I can do. Okay.
We're gonna go for this.
All right, we've got the We've got the power bomb strats on Ridley happening.
I think well, we have charge beam, so technically can take out Ridley, but
yes, but however, getting these, we're watching this execution. Glove is getting these double hits on Ridley with the power bombs, because we're seeing the one flash, and that second flash is Ridley taking damage twice. So
and I'm just gonna say real quick, Glove is doing a fantastic job controlling Ridley's movement. You can see the AI in Ridley is trying to get away from those power bombs, but the pattern she's got him on right now is just perfect. I think she got double on all those power bombs.
Double on every single power bomb. That was freaking phenomenal. Like, just wow. Beamer is resetting.
Beamer, well, let's see what Beamer does, but Beamer might be wanting to farm super missiles, or might even just turn around. We'll see what Beamer does after this. Beamer. Okay. Beamer is not gonna fight Ridley.
Wow, this is rough. This on its own. This is a huge difference. Like, this fight's gonna take a while, but Glove doesn't have to backtrack now.
Yes.
Beamer will have to backtrack.
But Chrono just answered a question I was thinking of. 1 super equals 10 charge shots. That's a lot of time. And then you see Glove is saving 15 super missiles for when Ridley finally turns that shade of red, heat of red, all that. We're waiting for that to happen. Then she'll unload, the 15 super missiles, and that'll be it. And hopefully she doesn't miss a single super missile. Whereas Beamer is going to be coming back after he's got more super missiles, probably another beam or two, and this fight will, be a lot quicker. The only other thing I would say with this is Ridley is at the bottom of Green Hills, so that is a dead-end area.
Yes. Alright, so we are just on the charge shots to kill Ridley. But what we are seeing is outside Glove's execution and manipulation of Ridley in the power bombs was phenomenal. Apparently not yet.
Might be dead now. Nope, Ridley's not giving up.
But Glove's getting Ridley into the Pogo has been phenomenal.
And he's dead.
That's it.
He's not happy about that fight. But it was still a really, really good fight. The majority of us probably couldn't even do that.
No, but she does finish it up. And is rewarded with gravity. Oh, that's heavy. That means we have now found always back through all those criteria transitions that were all Meridia all day.
It paid off. Paid off so well.
That's... Yep.
Put Glove in quite a nice spot.
She is completely commanding this race as of now.
And it looks like Beamer, now having 30 super missiles, Beamer's confident enough not to go back and do that Ridley fight.
That honestly, that decision making, that confidence from Glove, that was really impressive.
And really, what would you even call a mistake during at the very end when she thought Ridley was dead, and that's when she took the majority of her damage? And then she just did a couple more charge shots after getting him in pattern. That's it. He's dead. Down.
Yeah, like everything before it was nearly flawless. I love watching all the even the downbacks here on these. Just watching this movement from Glove, it's something special. Finds that trash tank there. Now Beamer. Yep. Going to Mini Crade, which is the ultimate super missile farm.
Uh-huh. Going up here to refill missiles. That's another good idea, to refill missiles.
An actual missile farm. All right, going for this. Yep. Gets it on the first try from the floor. Of course, has high jump boots, so much easier.
Board with another E-tank.
And you can see the disappointment was not loving it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, we're finding a lot of tanks and reserve tanks through this, and not a ton of majors, but I think right now all we really want are speed and a couple more beams, and maybe we're set.
Speed would be great. Yeah, like ice would be lovely. Because we're looking for that way to get through Botswoon access, but because we're random boss, we would like to. We could potentially go backside access of Meridia, so Botswoon access might not be necessary. And yeah, we saw Glove talking to the camera. Kind of wish we had that audio. And Beamer finds that gravity.
Yep, also having a nice Ridley fight.
While I'm thinking about it, I do want to thank, we've got Jestro Zooks doing our tracking in the background. That's something I wish we could have had on the setup, was listing who's tracking, because the trackers really are the MVP of the comms team and the broadcast team in these randomizers, because it can be so trolly at sometimes when players, especially the players, have to do a really deep reset, and the tracker has to backtrack all of that and realize. Yep. Or like when, for example, when players have to reset a half hour into the game. Not that Croc forced that at any point.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jestro. We appreciate you and everyone else who's actually been doing the tracking throughout this tournament. They've all done a great job to make sure that the commentators are not actually telling the truth.
I especially got to throw it out there for those that did both comms and tracking, because that's a next level of crazy.
Ooh.
But I mean, honestly, Jestro and Stack was someone else who did a lot of tracking in this. They really make make it easier for us to focus on the race. All right, both runners are hanging out in Bryn for a little bit together, but Glove is gonna check this next transition, and we find
the wreck ship. So we found the front and back of wreck ship. So top of Red Tower, Meridia, and Upper Norfair is where we're gonna want to be heading to try and find these other places. We still have no idea where Lower Norfair is at, though. Turium. We do know East Meridia can be found at Glass 2. So that's that's back of East Meridia.
Beamer has definitely, through a couple decisions, even with that backtracking a little bit, is still not far behind here at all. We'll go find. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, I think the difference was that Ridley fight, going back and farming some supers, or at least finding super drops, and not using charge beam.
Well, I looked and realized that he kind of had to, because he had 5 power bombs.
That's right. Yeah. But let's not forget, this tournament is not only based off of who can finish the game fastest. It's also the swag points. And right now, Love's winning in swag points. Let's be honest.
Okay,
Lower Norfair.
so I that's somewhere she might go back to, but I think she does want to check this other transition first, just to see what we got here.
Mhm.
Like if this is business center, I definitely take a business center check and look through there first.
Yeah.
Green calls it lower nope fair. Okay. But I wouldn't mind a lower Norfair play at this point.
There's Upper Norfair. Oh yeah, you're right. I think we. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I would go for Lower Norfair because that could potentially dead end until I Crocomire or Turian. And I know ABC is the way to go, but I would really less
ABC is the way to go in full countdown. Major Minor's a totally different story.
This is true.
As much as I love Croc, I know I will not say that that's the direction to go in Major Minor. That's a different story.
And I almost would risk last checking Turian at Lower Norfair and reverse Amphitheater. Then skip. You have 5 potential majors in Upper Norfair. But then again, we're really, really close to. I mean, we are basically in go mode right now, so maybe we don't need to do all those checks.
Exactly. We've already beat Ridley. So any boss that we find down here is going to be no problem. We got gravity, so getting out of Dragon's not an issue. Yeah, literally any boss down here is fine. So yeah, we have 2 dead end transitions left to find. We have to find Croc. We have to find Turian. Obviously the best thing would be last locationing. Like randomly go, oh, gonna skip the. Okay, we are at E-Tank skip time for Glove. She is confident that she's got what she needs.
Was that 7 E-Tanks, and I think
that's
two reserves now?
Yeah, 2 trash cans and 7 actual tanks.
Yeah.
Nice job getting through the key hunter rooms here. Doesn't take the save, no reason to, because none of the bosses that are going to be there are going to be a problem. I mean, honestly, the most dangerous thing of Lower Norfair is the key hunters. Even if you have a Ridley fight.
I think at this point you're hoping for this fight to be a Dragon, though. That way it gives you the opportunity to go through East Meridia the other way.
When Farfalu does point out in chat, points out something really, smart. Saving that E-Tank on the way out can also be a free fill on the way out. Sometimes leaving that there is a good idea. Mentioned if you need a reverse amphitheater check, that acid dive can hurt. Even with 7 tanks, but having a free refill, that's a lot less farming you have to do along the way. But it is going to take a second here to farm up for some supers. Never mind, just goes in. And we've got Fantoon. Doesn't seem pleased that this is Fantoon.
But that means we have a vanilla Dragon, and there's only one way to Dragon.
Welcome, Speedrunners Arena, as we get a raid. Welcome to the finals of the Choozo Randomizer. We've got this race between Glove and OK Beamer, who are 2 phenomenal runners, and are now going to be both down here. Beamer's headed down to the same boss fight that Glove is in. Ooh, very, very nice Fantoon fight. Wow.
Amazing.
Wow. That's not quite the 1-rounder, but what was that, a 2-rounder?
It's 2. That was 2.
Yes, we are in game 1 in this best of 3. All 3 games will be here today. Beamer's a little bit behind, but not much. Glove also has some Glove does have 1 knowledge advantage of knowing that X-Ray is just an E-Tank. Nice double Kago from Beamer to get down through that room faster. Saves a little bit of time as the runners just high-five through there.
I do not see Beamer taking the time to check X-ray.
No. So we'll never. He will not go back and lose that time. That was a time save for sure.
So right now we are on the hunt for speed or ice. So I can see Glove taking the time to do reverse amphitheater right now to get maybe the screw attack check.
Honestly, I don't think so. I think she's just going to exit right out.
We're exiting.
I don't think she's worried about really anything else here. Like, is gonna check the major locations that are on the way.
Yeah. Well, I guess she could. Crystal Flash. That's a thing that could be done.
Yeah, Baja's right. Yeah, the only reason you're happy about a fan tune is if you're comfortable with Crystal Flash clip. But I have a feeling Glove is gonna. Yeah, it's definitely both in their repertoire. Nice stance with Beamer. Got Samus just staring us down right now. A little bit of swag.
Okay, where is Glove heading from here?
Pretty sure she's just gonna go straight for Meridia.
Yeah, that's glass tube. So, yeah, I think we're gonna try and Crystal Flash clip.
Oh, and remember, we also have some majors in that area as well. We can check, so it's not. The major hunt might not be over. Just did not want to necessarily go backtrack through Lower Norfair. Maybe betting that everything she needs is there instead of spending all that time. Oh, it gets a faster second round for Beamer. All right, very nice. Yeah, Simo, I completely agree with Simo in chat saying she'll pick up whatever's convenient.
Yeah. No, we do not know. I think Turiism is Turian. I don't think we have. We have not yet seen Turian. We don't know where that's at. In fact, this is probably the first match I've seen where we're leaving behind a lot of checks, transition checks.
Autocorrect gets us every time.
You count. I understood what you were trying to say.
I was just wondering, is there some area that I missed? Is there some name of a transition or check that I didn't know the name of?
I love that. That's awesome.
Could you imagine going to this planet as a vacation location? Like, you know, it's raining all the time. It's dangerous everywhere you go.
Oh, it then blows up.
Planets, yeah. The planet, much like Alderaan, ends up a pile of rocks in space.
It's like we're gonna be getting a snail clip up. Whoa! What?
Wait, what?
What was that? You could do that there? Oh my god! I didn't know you could snail clip right there. I mean, I guess it's the exact same thing as before, but first time I've seen that.
Just wow. Okay, that's going into the montage.
And then, by the way, we completely missed it. Beamer has done a reverse amphitheater.
Someone clip that, please. Oh, getting right out of there.
Flying Crocomire. Apparently, ABC's not happening this time.
I mean, I would, as much as I love watching people go through Croc Clan, this is not the time or the place.
Hey, Beamer needs to be a little careful. No, I think we're fine.
Oh,
I think
you see?
no, Beamer's not going to check that major down there too. We reverse amphitheater. We're checking what's all the way over here.
The glove is, there we go. Damage is down. And it's now setting up to pull off this.
Didn't get it. Not quite.
There it is.
Gets it. Okay.
Third attempt.
I think so.
Third attempt.
Yep.
Crystal flash clip. Very nice.
And we get to see what's going through Lava Dye. Ooh, Lava Dye is top of West Meridia. Redfish.
Does have to be careful here with Atuan's hitbox. With only 8 supers and 11 missiles, but I don't expect this to be a problem.
We still have charge if we really wanted to deal with that.
Definitely don't want to be with a pea shooter on. There we go. Very nice. 1 missile left. Never a problem for Glove. She just makes it happen.
Surf tank. Ugh. Ugh.
Trash tank along the way. Love to see it.
Beamer's not going to be happy with this right here, unless Beamer purposely wanted to do the reverse amphitheater to get this way. Oh no, that was just a regular check. Forget what I was saying. That's Upper Norfair.
Oh,
there's Turian.
Okay, so there's big knowledge advantage. But I'm sure Glove has narrowed down, you know, and she can only think of a few transitions she hasn't seen that she's gonna have to look for. Upper Norfair somewhere she's gonna visit at some point here. Wow, 55 super for Beamer. So this race is still very close.
Mm-hmm. X-ray visor. We'll skip that.
Wow. Just wow, the movement through that room
was really good.
Precious missiles are just missiles. But Glove is choosing to take them. So having not found that extra beam, does want that extra ammo at this point. And here we go into the Dragon fight. So at this point, what's the best thing you can see behind?
Dragon?
I think plasma?
Ice, plasma, or speed. But I think a beam would be better than speed at this point.
Speed don't need the speed. That's I think we're fine without that. I think it's plasma. Like ice would be great, but we've got the power bombs to get through. Ice would cut down on some of the shots we need, but if my choice is ice or plasma, I think it's definitely plasma here. Is gonna make the check and finds Taser.
Yeah, it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing.
So take it. Like discount plasma. Yeah, this is the you ordered plasma on Wish and you got Spazer.
I like that comparison.
But now that does severely reduce the shot count for Mother Brain. Now Glove needs to find Turian. Beamer needs to go kill Dragon.
To go from here.
Yeah, that'll be the interesting part, because we'll see where how she chooses to route. You know, not knowing this, there's some portals left to check. She definitely doesn't have full knowledge of the map right now.
She doesn't know where half of West Meridia goes to, and she doesn't know where the top two in Upper Norfair go to. And I think she's closest to the Upper Norfair, so that might be the next place that she goes, because she's got to go to back at East Meridia to get back to Glass Tube.
So we are seeing the Remembered Highway.
Ooh, gets through that pretty quick and easy.
I was thinking the exact same thing, KJ. Get out of my head.
And hey, high five. One going out, one going in.
Both in very different situations, though, as Beamer still needs to go kill Mama Shrimp. Her Glove, she needs to go find her Lower North or her Turian location, which we do know is the top left side of Upper Norfair.
She's going right now. It looks like she is going to Upper Norfair. Lava Dive. Or Reverse Amphitheater.
Oh, wow. Look at that backup strat. Just. That's not even fair. I spent like 10 minutes trying to climb up that almost every single time. She's just like, oh, missed the main strat, backup strat time. No problem.
Because I'm happy if I get a moonfall.
Right? My first time actually executing Alcatraz escape, I was like, I did it. Like, it felt like
I'm pro.
Felt like I won the game. But then I watched that X-ray check that Glove executed earlier, and I'm like, yeah, I'm a noob.
Okay, where is she going? She is gonna go up. Okay, she's gonna be doing the upward warfare chase.
Yep, we'll be able to see these. And Beamer gets the snail clip there.
First try too. That was pretty nice.
That's actually one I learned how to do. So I can execute that snail clip. Takes me like probably 3 or 4 tries to set it up, but I'm practicing and learning. Some of these moves they're attainable, but when it comes to racing this game, you have to practice, you have to run. You can't ignore some of those harder tricks. You have to give them a try.
So Glove is going to take the time to do this wave, speed, and reserve check.
Honestly, I would.
No.
Oh, nope, never mind.
Okay. Oh, does she not know what's back here? Oh, I thought she saw this one.
I don't believe so. Oh, you know what? She did earlier. This leads to criteria, but she
Yeah.
forgot.
And criteria. Oh, this will lead to West Meridia. So, I guess eventually this will lead to Turian with a couple more steps. I think this is actually shorter. We got Beamer attempting the crystal flash clip and gets it.
Nails it. Very nice job. Yeah, speaking of those very difficult tricks. Yeah, third try for both runners. That's nuts. That's a very difficult trick to execute that well. That's even one I've seen, like one of the runners who runs probably the most randos I've ever seen is June. I've even seen Junie walk in and have like a 15 attempt crystal flash clip, but then other times we'll get it first or second try.
Okay, so Glove knows that top of West Meridia is Lava Dive. And going down here, checking Crab Hole. That's going to take her to top of Upper Norfair, and then she'll just go right across and find Turian. That thirst try or threest try? That's the real question.
I think thirst try.
Thirst try? Okay.
I think I like that one better. And we'll be very happy to see this.
Okay, now, not getting a single major out of Upper Norfair. This is also the first race where I've seen that happen. Yeah, it doesn't have Ice Beam, so we're going to be seeing Power Bomb strats.
Yep, grab onto all of these, bring them down, bring the boys to the game, and triple power bombs to take out the Metroids. All right, clears through that first room with ease. The downside of power bombing these is you don't get as much. You know, the drop rate is severely reduced.
Yeah.
Crona asked a question I've never thought of.
That's the real question. Is Meridia saltwater or freshwater?
Well, we've got shrimp living in it, so it's got to be saltwater, right?
I don't know. That's what I was thinking, but is there such a thing as freshwater shrimp? And then we've also got crabs living in there. So I think they're crawdads. I guess.
Freshwater shrimp do exist. There are 200 species. Some of shrimp. Some of them do live in freshwater. So Google answered that for me as we're waiting for Glove to damage down. She's not going for the baby skip today. As Beamer finishes off Dragon, and will now head to join Turian land.
Is gonna try and do. Nope, it wasn't able to do that. But you know, there are also freshwater crabs. Huh. Is this something where we need to reach out to the developers? We have a very important lore question that needs answered, please.
I mean, in all fairness, Dragon seems pretty salty, so maybe that answers the question. Right. I get one question in my lifetime to ask the devs of Super Metroid. I'm going to ask, is Meridia fresh or salt water? Oh, you know what? Okay, so if we're going to dive in even further to that, Meridia is all underground, right?
It's a spring. You're right. You're right. So it has to be freshwater. It's an underground spring. Huh. I never think of it like that. That's a very good point. And we have Glove just going through all the Zebites.
And what we will see is Glove will shoot down to 15 supers, charge until she sees... Oh, no, never mind. Going right for the charge. Oh, there it is. There we go. Leave 15 supers exactly. Go to charge beam, and the moment we see the catch-up beam, we'll switch back to supers and take out Mother Brain. So Mother Brain gives us our lunchtime feast, starting off with some meatballs and some French fries, and we'll see some onion rings very soon.
And I haven't had lunch yet. That's gonna make me hungry.
I know, same. Like, legit, actually sitting here hungry now is for my local time. It is 12:03 p.m. Phaser beam doing its job here. Not exactly the beam that you want, but it's the beam we got.
It's a matter of patience at this point. And attrition, just dodging all the shots.
Some of those onion rings flying overhead.
Red Robin sounds amazing.
I have not had that in ages. Breakfast food also sounds amazing. All right. We should be fairly close to seeing the catch-up beam start. Oh, makes an onion ring or two to the face.
Beamer struggling getting up that final bit of red tower. Those guys are rather annoying. Oh, there we go. Is that catch up? That's catch up.
That's catch up. Yep, we're gonna watch these missiles get unloaded.
And that's it. Damage down. Looks like race 1 will be going to Bart. And
this is these runners. This is a harder difficulty race, and they're still going to be, what, 10, like under 105 for Glove.
I think someone pointed that out in chat. I think this is a sub 5 finish for Glove almost. We'll see. We'll see if it's over 5 minutes. Game 2 is full area, random boss, hard over. Exact same thing, except instead of major minor, this is going to be full countdown. Oh, and random start. You're right. I didn't see it. Random warp and random start. So, wow. Except for the escape, this is as random gets.
Gotta love it. Hope, like, this one this one they kind of jetted through. I'm hoping that next one is. I like as I say this. I'm hoping the next one's kind of trolly.
I didn't see. Was the first one, were these gloves settings or were these beamer settings?
Oh, that depends on who has a higher seed coming.
That I don't know, because I think beamer, has had only one loss in this tourney, so I'm not sure.
Idol, do you happen to have that answer?
That's something to consider. If these were beamer settings and Glove ended up winning at beamer settings, thing to assume is this is like beamer's home field advantage, if you will. Yeah, whose settings were these? Were these glove settings or beamers?
Who was the who was the top seed for this one? Glove. These are glove settings from race 1. Okay. Race 2 is beamer, and obviously the third race, if necessary, is a random combination of things from both of them.
That works. Okay.
All right. Love is finishing this climb room, coming up through parlor here, using those down grabs, make quick work of that room, head to the steam, get your GGs ready in chat as Glove comes on the criteria surface, hops on the ship, and here we go, has the race 1 with an official race time GG of. Sorry, I lost my race. You have the time, KJ?
1 hour, 5 minutes, and 1 second.
Absolutely phenomenal race by Glove. And we do have the forfeit from Beamer. Takes the death on purpose. So do not go anywhere. We will have race 2 right after this.
Yep, I think we're gonna come back. I think we're gonna have a little bit of a break.
Huh. KJ and I are asking the racers in chat and both typed at the same time.
It looks like we'll just be a few minutes. So stay around and we will all be back. And we're back. Hello there again, everyone. Welcome back to our final match of Glove versus OK Beamer in our Choozo Randomizer tournament. I am once again here with Vincent RTA. Ready for round 2?
I am completely ready for round 2 here. We had a great race 1 there. Glove took that down. She's been kind of on fire. I mean, both of these runners have been amazing. The semifinals were outstanding. I think almost all the races went to race 3. I would not be shocked to see this go to race 3 today. At the same time, Glove has also kind of been, I don't know, Glove's movement today has been extra good. Really seeing some amazing tricks perform with ease, although both players did a 3rd round Crystal Flash clip. So, and in this one, we have the most random possible with these settings. Do you want to talk about these settings real quick, KJ?
Yeah. This time we've got full countdown, full area, random boss, harder difficulty, vanilla escape, random morph, and random start. So Difference, we have the full countdown versus major minor, so we're gonna have to be checking all the areas.
As we get a
then-
red brim.
Yeah, red bridge, red tower. That's a lot of transitions to check. We've also got the random boss, which we still have that from last one. And what was the last thing? Oh yeah, the random start, random morph. So that'll be interesting to see what happens with all of that.
We'll see how long the seed trolls them before they can finally get a morph ball. Crazy.
Screw attack at Criteria.
Okay, well, that gives us a way through Gauntlet already.
That's quite a major item to find first off. So, really, that could be an indicator that we might have late morph. We'll see.
I would be okay with that. I kind of like finding late morph. I like watching the runners have to navigate the difficulty of this game without, you know, it's something you take for granted more often than not.
Let's see, what was that in? Yeah, that was back down at Red Tower. So Beamer chose to go back up and go through Criteria, dig for those 3 majors, check the transitions. Glove is choosing to stay in Red Tower. Ooh, we find Upper Door Fair with only 2 major items there too.
Not exciting. So we got 0 in Red Bryn, 2 there, 2 in Criteria, or no, there was 3 in Criteria. We found the screw attack, and Beamer's going right for this gauntlet check. I don't mind this at all. Now, the bonus of having the screw attack is that this will be pretty easy to get through here. It's actually easier than having power bombs.
You have to jump through all of it. Just has to be careful about touching the acid because you know that's a. Oh,
and there it is, morph at gauntlet.
So
Advantage Beamer right now.
Yeah. Morph gauntlet check ended up being the right way to go.
Oh, got Kraid, but nothing to kill. And it's random boss, so, but we do know the location of Kraid. Yeah, like honestly, seeing that screw attack for me, that just screams go check gauntlet. Like, especially as your first major to find in this. And it does pay off. It's huge for Beamer. Glove having to do a lot of backtracking, does have a little bit of knowledge, but she's probably realizing she's gonna have to go back up to that Criteria location. And yeah, we do see her get there now, and we'll see whether or not she goes right for Gauntlet.
I would assume that she would.
But right now, this has got, you know, Glove has a little bit more knowledge, but as far as progression and movement, oh, wait, are we going to? As far as progression and movement goes, though, Beamer has an advantage right now.
Absolutely.
Let's see where this Torian location brings us to. Top. Okay, it brings us to Glass Tube. Oh, kind of just a circle there.
A lot of connections from Criteria to Red. Oh, Glove decides to not go to Gauntlet.
All right, let's see what this. We've got the top side of Upper Norfair, and there's Rex ship. Going to check
a little. Oh man, what's this item called? This oh, it's Wave Beam. Ooh. And Glove then finds Spazer at Old Mother Brain. So we have Wave Beam over at Ocean Maze. Is that what it was called? And then Glove finds Spazer at Old Mother Brain.
Well, another game with Spazer in the play. We'll see whether or not we see Plasma this time around. But a major minor, it's a little bit, or sorry, in full countdown, it's a little bit different. You know, the runners know how many majors are in each area. So it creates this it creates a definite direction, and there's a time, and this is something, KJ, you'll probably agree with this. E-tanks become a little bit more of a valuable find in these, because E-tanks are very elusive.
Yeah, in the major minor, E-tanks are more or less a filler for those spots that don't have majors, but it needs to be something. So it's an E-tank. In this one, if you see an E-tank early on, you want to get it, no matter what. Whoa! And there's Varia. Varia being found at the high jump missiles.
With no tanks, I completely agree with spending the time to go grab that reserve tank. Yeah, it's the trash can, but right now, that's the only extra health we've got, so definitely worth grabbing. And Zero's got that Iron Rusty. Fortunately, I think my subscription to Rusty ran out, so I don't have that emote right now. Beamer's gonna check this Croc escape item. I like this. I like having this knowledge. As we know, during at least one race this season, that was the only progression the Redders had available, and they didn't realize it until a half hour into the race.
Oh, Glove is continuing down this way, and that's just going to take her further and further away from Morph. Because unfortunately, this will take her down here to Business Center. And that could also potentially lead down to Cathedral and Bubble Mountain. Ugh. Well, no, because Varia is blocked by Morph, so never mind on that one.
Yeah, this is a little ugly. It's still ugly, like not having, not doing gauntlets. So Beamer's play is huge. Grabbing that, checking gauntlet early, and that is a huge difference in this race right now. Has to spend all the supers on that because you cannot get through that area. Buff sees that wave beam, knows where that location is. It's probably marking her tracker.
Why did Beamer reset? Maybe because he just didn't want to have to come back with just a super missile. Wasn't worth it. Saves a little time on that.
Yeah, the return time of that. Yeah, and no bombs. Yeah, like that was 100% the correct play there.
Can you not break that with screw attack?
I don't believe so.
Okay, well then never mind.
Finds an E-tank down here at Cathedral.
Oh man, Glove doesn't realize how close she is to Varia right now.
So that is something that last seed we found our explosives very early. This seed we have not seen our explosives at all. Glove is realizing she's gonna have to do some backtracking. Probably does not feel good at all. Realizing she's probably gonna have to go to Gauntlet. Oh, and there is gravity. A Bubble Mountain gravity. Well, that just got heavy. We've got our that wow. Okay, so Beamer has both suits already.
Those were the only major items here too. Wow.
Yeah, Varia and gravity, the only major items in Upper North Fair. Wow, that's loaded. Of course, this means that my homeboy Croc is probably not as lucrative this time around.
It's very, very early, so Croc has plenty of time to prove himself.
My hope is that we get to Croc and we see a 3, because that'll be almost required to check. Yeah, this is definitely a realization from Glove that it's gonna be a gauntlet check. 2 suits in 9 minutes. Yeah, that's under the 10-minute mark, both suits, but still no beam. Well, the beamer knows where one beam is. Glove does have the spacer beam by way of that. Oh no. Okay, just has to.
She did save, so she just has to wiggle out. She's getting it. Yeah, she's got it.
There it is. Yep, that's not a soft lock. Like a lot of players might think that they're completely locked there, but you can shuffle out of there. That's one I've done that one a few times where I've had to shuffle myself out. Doing the shuffle is not quite doing the hustle, and will be mad. Yep.
I think that ended up being a last check item too in this.
Yeah, well, not in criteria. That wasn't the end of it. That was the last accessible.
Yeah.
But we don't have a way to get up to criteria power bombs.
The beamer over here is looking at everything. Really just trying to find bombs at this point. So every single check, even we know that there are no more majors in Upper Norfair, but we're still looking for power bombs.
Yeah, the minor items are still, we don't have all the major minor items. Stealing that one from last time, because we don't have power bombs. We don't have it. Oh wow, gonna take this?
Yeah, there's the whole. That's the only extra energy she has now.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we do have super, so this is a super quick fight.
But it feels bad. You can't feel good about getting that. Ooh, BT dodging that first super missile. Yeah, she doesn't know where Varia was. So very close, but doesn't know where it's at.
She will likely go back through Business Center, and knowing that there's a ton of checks still there anyway. So I don't doubt that she'll find it soon. But it's gonna take a... Guessing we're gonna go see the other checks. I don't know if we've seen those locations. Okay, she's thinking for a second. Where am I headed now? Oh, it's gonna reverse course.
Beamer also decides to not go through Kraid's lair because we don't have power bombs still.
Yep, so we have no way through, no access. Oh, so we found our morph, but this problem of finding the logical first set of power bombs, this is where this harder logic's coming in and forcing the players to be on the hunt.
I love if this is vanilla alpha PBs.
It is. Vanilla alpha power bombs. Okay. It is randomized because we do find super missiles behind power bombs, which is not your typical find back there. Normally it's just a regular missile pack. Speaking of, Glove is now going to immediately go get that
reaction. Yep. The reaction, seeing it there.
Yep. Trash tank 2.
And finds another one. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, that can't feel good right now.
Wait till she sees the bubble mountain of gravity.
Yeah. So it's looking like this area, this randomizer seed, is starting to be kind of nice when it comes to super missile drops. You have some where, there's no super missiles, and then you'll have some where you get an abundance of super missiles. And this one's playing out to be rather generous. with its super missile drops.
Great short mock from Glove, getting through this, getting into ice. This is problematic, right? No, we can still get back. Never mind.
I guess we'll see. Because Glove did not save before coming in here and does not have any bombs in order to escape. If you can't use screw attack to get through that top part, then yeah, she might also be timing the area that these go to get a speedball out of here. Yep.
Yep, just got to get past that first one. Very, very awesome execution there. And that without that heat, this area is nice and easy to traverse. We're going to see the cathedral check. We'll get that E-tank in the middle.
Oh, hey, Beamer not saving for this fight, and I'm just realizing we don't need to save. We have everything we need to defeat all the bosses.
Yes. It is going to take this free refill from our boy Kraid.
Refill on the missiles. That's also smart.
This is like the same thing we saw last time.
Yeah.
It's a repeat. It's a sequel. Hopefully the sequel is better than the original.
It's always hit and miss. I think if you're Beamer, you're really hoping this one's actually great. Nope. This is Ridley.
Oh, all right.
I mean,
we're not
get
messing around. We got 30 supers.
Misses one.
Ridley is not cooperating on the pogo today. At least not for Beamer here.
Oh, missed two.
Oh, swoop. Things are getting a little rough here. A little dicey. Still got a full tank. We do have a color change here from Ridley. Being very careful now with those shots. Down to 44 main health. Not sure how much is in reserves.
Got one reserve tank. Who knows how much is in there though. He is not playing nice.
No, not turning it around at all. Ooh.
And one hit.
Oh no. Ooh.
Okay, so missed three. He didn't save.
Death. Well, that's a big setback.
Well, he has all the knowledge of where to go and what to do at this point.
Yeah, but that's minutes lost. Not just, it'd be one thing if you just saved right outside of the fight. Now we're talking probably 7 to 8 minutes of game time lost.
No, I would put Beamer behind at this point. Beamer is not ahead.
100% behind at this point. Now that death just put Glove way ahead.
And Glove is cruising on through and getting some of these other extra pickups that Glove did not get. But Glove's going to have to go back and get some of them because he's going to need to rebuild that ammo count to fight Ridley.
There's power bombs.
Oh, that's Glove's first power bombs.
Yes. And there's two. Wow. Glove going to check some of these other transitions here.
Yeah, go check that lava dive, croc skate. I don't know what those are.
Could even be Croc.
Could even be croc.
Come on, Croc 4. That's not Croc.
That's West Meridia. That's Crab Hole.
West Meridia, born and raised. And the crab hole is where I spend all of my days.
Hey, it rhymes. Is that how that song went? I think there was another commentating that we were doing where
We had a different version that night.
a whole song about it.
We wrote half the lyrics that night, but it's a different race, it's a different day, it's different lyrics, different runners involved. So, you know. All right, we got supers, and what was that? I didn't see that.
That was an E-Tank.
Okay. Worth picking up for sure.
Hey, 3 in East Meridia.
Okay, that's kind of a loaded East Meridia, but East Meridia is rough because there's so many potential checks. Now we're going to see this. We're going to see this again. Oh, gotta let the, yep, just a little bit more of a climb. Oh, crab is not cooperating. There we go.
Ice beam.
Ice baby. Okay.
And
Space jump. I would love to have a mic in Glove's room right now to hear what she's saying.
We can get to Dragon or Dragon's spot now.
This is okay. Ice is very nice here, but yeah, especially right out of here because yeah, this just means yep, no problem. I can go do this. You know, freeze this Metroid, make this little clip. That's one. Have you practiced or learned that one, KJ? That's one I did for the first time the other day.
Yeah, I know that one. That one is a as long as you know that.
Wow,
oh,
that was a first round super missile bot wound, 10 shot, perfect.
A lot of hits, but you know, got it done pretty fast. And missiles.
Bot wound E is just a missile pack. But wow, ice and super and space jump right there. Got space jump and screw attack now. That means lower Norfair is we don't have high jump, but that's a much easier route through there.
It's like Love is not wanting to use power bombs to get through this. I can't tell. Is that 5 or 9 power bombs? If you have 9 power bombs, it should be enough.
It is 9. That's an. It was more about the getting through that first jump.
Ridley, that's a good thought. That's probably why. Yeah.
Yeah,
all the ammo possibly needed, but I mean, we know where Ridley's at.
That also cut down on a lot of farming time. Farming with power bombs here is rough. And we know we watched Gloves fight last time with Ridley. It was no problem. Granted, did have that pea shooter charge beam, but with this ammo, it would be there'd be no beam required. Misses that jump this time, or maybe can't make that without the high jump. I don't know. It's gonna take the save, which I completely agree with here.
Beamer's going to be doing the extra checks in West Meridia. So we got Watering Hole, and then, or is this one the beach, and the other one's Watering Hole? I always get these two mixed up.
So Glove is charge beam away from Complete go mode.
Yeah, she
Or
is.
ammo. Has everything else she needs to finish. Wow. Watering hole is a double E.
Looks like our major item in West Meridia is going to be over at Mama Turtle. Watering holes down the chute. Okay, that's what it is. Is this gonna be close? Oh no, I didn't get all of them. Only a few more shots is left.
And down goes the mama shrimp.
That's the first boss down to the game.
At the 26-minute mark. But the map seems to be, you know, even though it's area, it's pretty friendly movement.
Mm-hmm.
Just missiles behind our shrimp mama. But with that space jump found in Aqueduct, this was a nice, easy exit out of here.
We're gonna get a check for the red fish transition. And that's Upper Norfair. It's Croc Escape. Okay.
I'm just willing to bet, just because it's a race that I'm here and present for. I'm willing to bet that Charge is somewhere behind Croc.
So
we'll find out, but I've seen Croc more often than not be one of the important progression items. Mama T is high jump boots and some power bombs. High jump boots are definitely nicer to find ahead of a lower Norfair trip, but right now it seems like Glove is in the driver's seat.
I forgot to write down, what was the transition from vanilla Upper Norfair vanilla entrance? Where did that end up taking us?
That I did not catch. Beamer, here's an Aqueduct. Let's see. Beamer will very likely go do the same clip over here. We already saw him executed earlier. Waiting for that snail to come on over. We'll now see these. Oh yeah, there's the other.
We do see it again.
The other side clip, and we'll love seeing both of these. This is the first time we've seen this side of Green Bryn, correct? I think we saw another location earlier.
I have this marked down as the first Green Bryn location, unless
okay,
the transition I missed from Lower Norfair was to Green Bryn.
Seed bleed is real, even for commentary. Must be something frozen, because that is the longest. Okay,
there it is.
I was like, that is the longest item check I think I've ever seen.
Didn't look like the other items were major, because it's still only 2. Another reserve. 3 reserves.
All the trash cans.
I hope she finds the 4th at this point. Gotta be a completionist. Beamer getting the ice clip and is going to be fighting Batu now.
So even though Glove could technically finish with everything she's got, still taking these extra checks, I don't disagree with this at all. Especially at this point, still having 3 bosses to go. It's pretty early. I think this is a good move.
Hat is a game ahead right now.
Yes. So, you know, if able to find anything that makes this easier, obviously finding charge beam is huge, but still with still needing ammo, yes, that's a, you know, that's a big issue. But yeah, and I guess Edekun's, you're talking what, a 3-item density for the check.
Mm-hmm.
Bryn itself is a very dense location in general. It's another short mock ball that's can be kind of tough to easily execute.
Oh, getting out of the Edekun's area?
Yes.
Okay. Beamer ends up using all of his power bombs to get through the maze after Batu. Now just farming right before his Dragon fight.
All right, more missiles, which is not. I mean, I guess if we don't see, not gonna check Mission Impossible.
I mean, has enough missiles to finish Mother Brain 1. Has ice to do the Zeb ice clip. Yeah, it looked like she was pondering as to whether or not she wanted to get that last set of missiles. So what hasn't been checked then would be Waterway, Mission Impossible, Wavegate, and Spore Spawn. And we have 2 major items left still here in Green Brand. So
Yeah,
I mean, checking any of them is a 50% rate. And
Croc holds 1. Glove is just an escape. Aw. No love for the Croc today. I hope Croc had charge beam.
We're actually getting pretty close to finishing all of our transition checks. We're missing Wreck Ship and Turian, and there's our lower Norfair. So, how does this play out then? Because all that we haven't seen Wreck Ship yet, unless this warehouse, this Upper Norfair check goes to Wreck Ship.
Oh, we did see Wreck Ship, or yeah, we saw Fred Wreck Ship.
That had to be
Wave beam is there.
Okay, so that had to be the front of Upper Norfair then. That's the one I probably missed. So then either the front side of Lava Dive of Lower Norfair goes to Turian, or it could be the end of Wreck Ship, because I think the way, I guess all this could be connected. We'll find out. All of it could be anywhere, but we know Turian is either in Criteria, Wreck Ship, or Lower Norfair at this point. Yeah, I think at this point, Glove is just going to be picking up all the ammo that she can. Probably facing the fact not going to find charge. Has everything else except for ammo, so pick up as much ammo as possible. Now there is a 50% chance this boss right here is either Kraid or Phantoon.
Okay, so you're gonna guess, so I know that it's the other one.
Well, I'm hoping it's Kraid.
Okay. So it's probably Phantoon, because KJ has not had good luck guessing this entire season.
That hurts, but you're not wrong. Why I don't play luck games. I'm terrible at those things. And anyone saying it's just luck, you can't be terrible at it. There's me. I'm terrible at luck these games.
I like games that involve some, like a majority skill, but there is some randomness in the involved. Which is why I play a lot of Magic the Gathering, and that's definitely a game there is luck, but there's mostly skill involved.
Oh, sure. Games that allow you to kind of increase the chance of it going your way, absolutely. And
Yeah.
it looks like we don't know. Well, oh, it's Phantoon. Dang it!
Yep. 50% of the time, KJ's wrong 100% of the time.
Even a blind squirrel, or whatever that saying goes.
Even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. Yes.
Well, having another really, really good Phantoon fight. Misses that last super. So it looks like we're going to see a 3-cycle.
Yep, and getting a double mid to end, but yeah, not happy with that fight at all there. But good reason. That should have been a second rounder. She missed that one extra shot. So at this point, we've seen, we still have to go back to Kraid's location, right? Because we haven't taken that ball down. Okay, and then
we know where that's at.
Yes. So we got Wreck Ship and Kraid's lair. Still left to visit for Glove. Beamer's now headed to Wreck Ship.
We know for a fact that one is Kraid. Now, with things as are right now, would you do a reverse sample theater? Nope. Besides
Apparently not. Again, I think she feels confident in where she needs to go. Does need to find quite a few more supers though, if we're not going to find charge beam.
Yeah.
35, 60 is not enough ammo.
Well, this is going to take her back through Green Bryn. So maybe she's going to loop in those other checks she did not do. Minus waterway since we don't have speed.
Yeah, even if I had speed, I don't know if I'd spend the time going down the waterway because of how long of a check that is. Yeah. Wave is quick enough that I do it.
And there's charge beam.
Oh. Okay.
Now, I mean, that's a great thing to find for Beamer. but just looking at the loadout that Glove has right now, I don't know if Charge is going to help him at all.
There's that using the moonwalk setup to get this. That's such an easier setup than trying the the jump and move forward. Oh, okay. Well, Glove has plasma, and we know that she will get charged when she gets to wreck ship.
I honestly don't know if she will.
I feel like spooky missiles is something she will check when she gets up there.
Okay.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
if for any reason, she still doesn't have enough super missiles.
Yes, definitely. Oh, we get the Kraid DLC.
Meanwhile, first round try wave gate shot without high jump boots. So that means the last item is what, waterway?
Mission Impossible still.
Oh yeah, yes.
Ooh, Kraid ends up being Speed Booster.
Yep, so Kraid, much like my prom night, gets stood up.
So sad.
But no, actually it was worse than being stood up. She was the editor of the newspaper, and all she wanted to do was take pictures and hang out with everyone else. So I
see how everyone else's time was going.
yes.
That's depressing.
Yeah, so I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna go dance with these other girls because you're not talking to me. All right. Oh well. Kraid, meanwhile, did get to dance with Samus, with Beamer. We'll see whether or not that happens when Glove gets there.
I like this what Beamer was doing right there. Having the space jump and speed and then just going over the ocean like that. That's always a nice thing to see.
Yeah, I was literally about to mention how excellent that return was. That's such a time save.
Man, I'm just realizing Glove is taking a very, very long route. And I understand why Glove now decided to go the way she did. Probably to check those extra items in Green Bryn.
Yes. But finding plasma gigantic, and once she gets that charge beam, it's then we're down to that not quite 20 shot because we're missing
is it 30 shot?
Wave. Yeah, it's not the 24 shot. I think it's the 30 shot with ice plasma.
Can't remember if ice made it down to 30 or if it was wave. I think it was ice that made it down to 30.
Yeah, I think it's charge wave plasma is a 24 shot, and charge ice plasma is the 30 shot.
After defeating Dragon, can now take Keck Alley, which is a very, very quick way of getting there. Going back to Aqueduct. And I missed it. Where was regular bombs? Where did that get picked up at?
Regular bombs was Franker Z. Yeah.
Okay. Now that we're here in West Meridia, we want to go back to the tower. And yeah, this is the quickest way. We want to go to Crab Shaft.
All right. Beamers and Red Bryn. Not sure where the best place for him to go next is.
He's heading for Ridley. Ridley's over in Kraid's lair, which is at the vanilla Red Tower entrance.
So after the seed was a little bit trolly with power bombs early on, it was kind of favorable after that, which is why we're at the 2 bosses left at the 46-minute mark. Of course, with Kraid down, we can check this early, or power bombs, which, yeah, no reason here to grab those even at 10.
Okay, now I'm a little confused as to where Club is going. Because the opposite direction is Wreck Ship.
There's that little clip into the glass tube.
Okay, also going for the Ridley fight in Kraid. Okay.
I was gonna say, she kind of wish she had that charge beam, but 31 super is not a problem at all.
Yeah. To be honest, she might be saving Wreck Ship for last to hope that Turian's at the end of it.
Yes, because we still haven't found that transition, have we?
No. Again, Turian is either end of Wreck Ship, front side of Lower Norfair, or bottom of Criteria. I think Ridley's dead now. Yeah, there you go.
All right. Just as one runner is finishing Ridley, the other runner is about to enter. And they're both going to be in Ridley's chamber at the same time. Well, wait, nope. Okay. And there we have a high five. And there is that pogo manipulation from Glove. That's just excellent.
Yeah, if Turian, taking this from Chad, if Turian is in Lower Norfair, that would end up being very good for Beamer, because Beamer's not going to backtrack it.
Still grabbing ammo, not knowing that charge beam is going to be fairly easy to find.
Yeah, oh, that's a good... In order for Beamer to find Lower Norfair, he's going to need to go back through East Meridia. So if Beamer wants, if we want a third race, Beamer needs to go back through that transition he just skipped over in order to get back to West Meridia. He's probably going to be checking this criteria transition. It's closer.
That's right. This I forgot because it's been so long that this was Beamer's first set of power bombs.
Yeah, the Alpha PBs. Yep.
That's been a hot second since we've seen that.
Beamer goes ahead and picks up the Spazer.
Yep.
Better than not having it.
Does not know that Plasma was Spo Supers, correct?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I don't see Beamer checking that one.
Glove is checking her map at this point.
Yeah, she's trying to get to wreck ship.
Yeah, this is definitely an advantage for Beamer that he found that charge beam earlier, because a lot of these ammo checks that she's doing that he did not have to do.
Okay, and this goes to Turian.
All right, so that was meme route. Oh, wow. Oh, that's awful.
So that means back of wreck ship connects to front of Lower Norfair. Okay, goes back to Red Tower. Hopefully then we'll know, okay, I gotta go to West Meridia to go through East Meridia, Forgotten Highway to Lower Norfair.
Glove needs to go through Crab Hole, right?
Glove needs to go through Crab Hole to get to Upper Norfair. Then go all the way to Upper Norfair entrance to get to front of wreck ship.
But it's gonna go check Mama T here.
We'll find high jump boots, which will be helpful.
And this, I mean, and yeah, I'm gonna avoid those power bombs, but yeah, we'll definitely take this. Wall-based high jump boots. Again, would love to have a mic in Glove's room there to hear the, well, maybe not. We'd probably have to have that beat button ready.
Beamer, pulling out a nice move, knows that how East Meridia loops a certain way, since we have to do something with all the door transitions in there. Uses that to his advantage to get up to Forgotten Highway in a hurry. Front of wreck ship was at Upper Norfair Vanilla entrance.
There we go.
In my opinion, it comes down to, is Glove going to take the time? Glove is going to take the time. Okay.
Yeah, even seeing her going to check this, she's definitely going to go check spooky missiles.
Yep, it's checking spooky missiles. Okay, we'll find the charge beam right here. And that's going to be the final check for Glove.
Yep. Oh, look at that reaction.
That was the last thing she was needing.
Well, definitely glad we don't have a microphone after that. That was definitely a reaction of frustration. Would have definitely needed to be ready with the button for that one.
It happens, you know. It's a quick kill. Oddly enough, checking this would the major behind grade actually would save her just a little bit of time. Because that's speed, but she doesn't know that and doesn't care. So we're not going to be giving speed this time.
Yep, Beamer's gonna see those bombs and goes, nah, bro. I've already got 10 power bombs. I'm good.
Yeah, just on the lookout for super missiles. Easy super missiles at this point.
So this is good for Beamer. The Glove is going to check this fairly long transition. We're about to have both players on 0 bosses as Beamer's headed down to Ridley's lair to fight our boy Fantoon. Watching the Space Ghost get roasted. No microwave beams today though, so that fun has been out. All right, so sees the front
Lower Norfair.
Yep, sees the front side of Lower Norfair, sees that lava dive, and like, yep, okay, I know where I'm going now. I'm pretty sure she knows where terrain is at this point.
Yep, it's not that far away from where she's at either. Just needs to go through the front of right ship. Again, that takes her to Upper Norfair. She just needs to go across to Kraid's entrance. And that'll take her back to Crateria. Also, this one is going to be a vanilla escape as well, so no shenanigans of how to plot this after the opening fight. So honestly, for this game too, that initial Ridley death at the beginning, that ended up being pivotal in this particular game.
Yes. That's Beamer had, that was a lot of time lost.
Beamer had the advantage, was ahead with the Glove getting that delayed morph ball.
Yes, and combine that with the time that she spent on ammo hunt that Beamer didn't have to do because he found the charge beam, and I think without that death, the Beamer would be ahead here.
She's just unloading missiles into all these pirates and doors. Doesn't care how much ammo she uses.
Well, it doesn't matter because when she goes down the G4 elevator, because we are aerial rando, we'll get a full refill.
Exactly. Yep.
So it can go with reckless abandon there. But we're gonna see another very like low time for this seed. This is gonna be we're at the 1 hour mark. Maybe we're looking at another 10 minutes of gameplay here. And here we are. Without that speed, this is such a long shaft to run through. Enters the G4 area at 101.10.
Has ice beam, so these Metroid rooms are going to be able to be accomplished a lot faster. Nope, catches them, so backup strat.
Yep, but it has regular bombs, so could get rid of them, and they're not cooperating.
Needs to be Oh yeah, 3 reserve tanks. Hey, they came in handy. Okay, gets them. Immediately gets almost all that.
Now this should be. Yep. There we go. This room will probably go by very quickly. Yep. Okay.
More Metroid room.
Very, very, very nice execution. Drops the morph ball and bam. Yep. All right. That's that speedrunner execution of those rooms. Just missed that first Metroid.
You know, we're missing Wave, but wouldn't it be great if we could end this with a baby skip? It can be done without Wave. It's harder, but it can be done. I think Love is going to try and do that.
Maybe we'll see a Stachio attempt here? Or old school baby skip?
I think we're seeing old school. Setup's not right for Stachio.
Here it is. Yep. Going for the old school baby skip. No wave, so this is going to take a second. Got to shoot out all of this manually.
Got a good baby Metroid pattern.
Glove, you got it? You got it?
Gets it.
Yes, gets it.
Sits it off with a baby skip.
Very nice. Great see it. Like, now that we're here and we're in this last race, a lot of baby skips, unfortunately, we haven't seen, but it's this one here. Coming down.
It's another moonfall.
Yep, that the second to last moonfall of the game. Ice gets that rank of frozen and gets through that Zebetite skip easily. Headed on to Mother Brain, and we're gonna see probably the last Mother Brain of this tournament.
And there's Mother Brain 1.
33 supers left. We're gonna see this charged plasma. Oh yeah, no reason not to just unload here. Have all this ammo. This is actually faster than the charge beam shots. And no, this is it. This is for all the marbles, the end of our tournament. Meanwhile, Beamer does get the wave beam. Everyone say hi.
I think that's it. Yep.
Yep, there it is. So at this point, catastrophic for there to be any other outcome than Glove taking this down.
What a great match.
And really it comes down to that death that Beamer took, losing probably a good 7 to 8 minutes.
Yep. You know, he was a game down. He had to take some risk or chance of that sort. Had to. It just ended up not paying off this time.
Randomizer can be a cruel mistress. Ridley was just being a jerk.
He really was. Holy cow. Beamer gets his wave or his phaser back, so gets the I can't remember what this combo is called. The almost full combo?
The Walmart special.
New route beam? Okay. The Walmart special. I think I saw someone put it in chat and I loved it. We have plasma at home. I love it. That's it for Mother Brain.
That enters about 6 minutes after into G4. So I think, yeah, that difference of the death is the difference of this race. All right, we have Vanilla Escape. She comes through the first room clean. We don't have speed, so we are going to have to watch the slow escape.
Hit the steps.
We do have high jump. Does remember to jump through the door. Get around this corner here. We'll see the last moonfall of the game.
Gets it.
And we'll watch this regular climb.
I recently tried doing the climb like this. The left side, it's just not the same. I can't do it. It's just too different for me.
I'm used to the right side climb as well. Left side it's different. All right, Glove hits the surface. About to open the door. Get the GGs ready as Glove is gonna hit and is gonna take this down and win the Choozo tournament with an official race time GG of 1:08:45.
Gee.
Congratulations, Glove. What a race from these runners. What a tournament from everyone that's been on this journey. It's been outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. We will definitely get these runners in for
Absolutely.
an interview.
And I think Beamer is going to go ahead and take the route of finishing up. This is the last race of this tournament. Mother Brain Pride of this tournament, so he's going to try and finish this up, I think.
I don't blame him. We are going to try to have not just our racers, but hopefully our tournament organizer Idol in this last conversation. Yes, I think at this point, Beamer needs to save the animals.
And hey, we are joined now by none other than Glove. GG, Glove. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That first race was some pretty phenomenal running. The second one, I know you ended up picking up a lot of ammo. And only to find that charge and I saw the frustration when you found the charge and wreck ship.
Everything was going really well at the start of that seed in terms of decisions I made. And then by the end, I was making horrible decisions and they were just not paying off. Like, I don't think there's a world in which you don't go through front of LN. There was no reason for me to go back through back of LN, go through Green Bryn, and then East Meridia. Like, I had an idea it would get me, like, the only dead end was Turian, and that's at least information. As it was back of Wreck Ship. That would have made my routing absolutely incredible, because then it would have been Wreck Ship goes to top of Upper Norfair, goes to Criteria, goes to Green Bryn, goes to Kraid's Lair, exit out, you get back into Criteria, and then Turian's right there, but that's fine.
How did you feel about that first race?
I thought there was no way I was going to win it. I was like, well, I guess, like the only way I win it is if Speed and Ice are buried pretty deep, right? And as it was, they were both in Bubble Mountain, which is like, kind of, it's weird, because it's literally, do you check Bubble Mountain since they were both there? And the seed didn't really line up in a way such that you could do it early, and by the time you could do it, you're kind of just thinking like, okay, I know that I can CF clip, like, that just makes the most sense, try and go mode it.
Yeah, that's something you both executed, both on the third try.
Ah, nice.
So that was impressive to watch.
Yeah, it's really hard to get it on the second try, in my opinion. Because the first try, the enemies in the room are still alive, and that causes additional lag. So then from the second onward, there's actually different timing.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I was today years old when I learned that.
Yeah, it's actually really annoying. But yeah, I think both seeds were actually really interesting in a lot of ways, which is cool to see. Like, I'm glad we didn't just have, like, I thought at first, I was getting ready for the first one to be a jet seed, I had both suits before I had power bombs. So that was interesting, but then because of ammo hunt and the kind of awkward way the map was laid out, like, a lot of parts of the map were just sort of isolated. West Meridia was exclusively it was exclusively Red Brinstar and Upper Norfair, except for the portal to East Meridia, which leads to Green Brinstar, which leads to Croc, and then LN, and the other side of LN connects, but like, if you just happened to be in Green Brinstar, there was no good way to get anywhere else from there. I do think I could have looked for ammo or charge in a better manner in that second seed. I think the checks that I made were not necessarily the correct ones always. And my routing, I was thinking like, okay, at this point there's a decent chance that Turian is back of wrecked ship, so I want to go do Kraid first. While I'm there, I may as well check the other portal at the top of Red Tower that I didn't get to check because last time I was there I didn't have morph. So it could have been really elegant. It ended up not being. It ended up not working out the way I wanted it to. But that's fine.
Beamer with the animal save troll.
I love it.
I asked if we'd see an animal save, and the response was never. Animals must die. So they are going to melt on this planet. Other M is no longer canon.
Valorous fusion.
All right, and Beamer hits the ship and finishes with an official race time GG of. Waiting for it in the room. Oh, just.
I don't
Oh,
think
looks
he's
like
hit the button
115,
yet.
30, 32, something like that. But, great race here. So Beamer took a really rough death.
Oh no, where?
To Ridley,
Beginning almost, yeah.
Oh.
and was in the lead at the time. Beamer found Morph Ball much earlier.
Yeah, that was. I really wasn't sure what to do about that one. I think it would have been faster to just like it would have been more ideal to go do it while I was there. I was trying to do like a complete go through of Gauntlet though, and hope I would find Morph and bombs or power bombs before that. But yeah, it looks like Beamer is in here and now. GG.
GG Glove, congratulations for winning the tournament.
Thank you.
Well done, well played. I threw the second race, but yeah. Well, would have been exciting.
To be
It would have been a
fair-
good finish.
Gonna say, to be fair, that Ridley, I've never seen a Ridley be that trolly during a fight. It would just not cooperate with you.
I don't even know. I just whiffed too many supers, then there wasn't even enough missiles left. And at the point I realized I have to resort to my 2 power bombs, I was already close to death, so that was that. Oh man, and I'm somebody, I'm on the medium saving side, I would say. Usually I'd save a fight like that. But I didn't go in to the save because I thought, alright, I have both Sus, I have 30 supers, what could go wrong? Also, Ridley has only a 25% chance of being there, and it was during the fight that it dawned on me that I have to be really careful about this. I wasn't careful enough.
Yeah, where was Ridley again?
Ridley had Crate and Crate middle Red Tower transition.
Right. Yeah, so I didn't do that until quite far along, actually.
Well, anyway, I don't even know if I would have had the stamina for a third seat, to be honest. My butt hurts. Anyway, Glove, GG's, man. You deservedly won this tournament.
Thank you.
Well played all around.
Yeah, absolutely. I was very excited to go up against you in the finals.
I just wished I could have put up more of a fight. But hey, that's that. Sometimes this just wasn't my day.
Randomizer can be a very cruel mistress.
Well, it wasn't even. I didn't die to Randomizer in the second seat. I died to
No, it was
me being bad.
Ridley being Ridley.
Yeah,
that second one for sure.
Yeah, from what I understand, it seems like in the first seed we did a lot of the same stuff, and it was just a few things like you going for more ammo to fight Ridley. Which is a weird situation because I feel like it's, at least with the loadout I had, it had to have been faster to just go for the Ridley fight, but it felt really bad knowing that super missiles are almost certainly there in Green Bryn.
One of the big differences, Glove, is you had 10 power bombs and Beamer only had 5.
Yeah, so that's what, like 2,000 damage difference. So that's not insignificant.
And we also have with us Idol. Idol is here with us. Thank you, Idol, for getting this set up.
Thank Mr.
Yeah,
Idol.
no problems. I was going to let you guys finish out the interview first. I probably just finished up with a whole bunch of thank yous. I needed a lot of help.
No worries. Okay, well then, talking about game one just a little bit more. It looked like, real quick, Love it. It looked like you were trying to pull off as much swag as possible during that game one. The Ridley fight, the damage boost X-ray, with the crystal flash clip.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You're pulling all of them out.
I mean, deboost X-ray is just like I think in Major Minor, that early on, it's just correct. Like it's a very good tool to have in your arsenal. And I had like a million backups, but it just ended up being an A tank. That's fine though.
And your execution of it was flawless. Like,
Thanks.
we could just record that clip and show that if you're gonna attempt this trick, this is how to do it.
Anything good you found there?
No, it was just an E tank.
Skip was good again.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like I have probably spent more than 20 hours just practicing X-ray clip or X-ray D-boost. Like, so at this point, it's pretty disappointing if I do miss it. Yeah, CF clip. I hadn't done bomb CF clip in a while. I feel like every time recently I've had to do CF clip, I've had to do suitless CF clip, but like bomb CF clip is just so much easier, so it comes back pretty easy. Yeah, I mean that seed was interesting because we really didn't have much in the way of movement items. I think we got like high jump boots and that was it really.
Well, you had high jump boots. I forgot to turn them back on for at least 3/4 of the seat.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter much. That won't make that much of a time difference.
Oh yeah, it was also funny. Got to do the spring ball jump across moat. Like,
oh my god, mode! Oh, I never failed that many CWJs. Then I got seriously aggravated, and I did the meme spring ball jump. So I mock balled from the other room and jumped across first try. That was so stupid.
And then you unloaded angry missiles.
Absolutely.
That was one of the things I was going to ask about. Now that turned around and started unloading the missiles.
Oh my god, it was so dumb. Why did I fail that so often? And I failed the second jump very, very often. That was the infuriating part of it.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I mean, I was excited because I was like, oh, I have bombs. I'll be able to just HBJ across. And then as I'm in the pause menu to turn off high jump, I'm like, yeah, I just have spring jump or spring ball. That's just faster.
There were a couple times, Glove, we saw you because you had the camera on, saw you making some comments and we're like, man, we wish you had a mic in the room. And then you saw charge in the wreck ship. And then I was like, well, probably good we don't have a microphone in the room.
Oh no, I swear like a sailor when the mic's off.
Oh boy, I'd probably too if I had a camera running.
Yeah,
without it, I'm pretty silent.
You know, the VOD's gonna have to be saved with a few black frames after my Fantoon fight, but might be.
So I did have a question for both of you guys on both games. So I guess after the first one, we had the early Varia and Graf.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think when you saw it happen again? Did that, because in the second game we found both gravity in the only major items, or did that kind of change how you guys were going to play that particular seed after finding maybe possibly a second jet seed?
I think you're more inclined to skip a couple of things if you got both.
Yeah.
Seeds. At least I am.
It's so weird because, like, the earlier you get into a situation where you could kill any boss that you came across, the more likely you are to run into ammo issues by the time you're coming to Turian, and that did end up happening, at least for me. So
interesting. Okay.
It's weird because, like, when you're in like just full go mode, I think generally speaking the answer is to just go for it, even if it's like a tremendously bad go mode, or like unless it's a tremendously bad go mode. But if you're on go mode but you have like a low ice loadout plus a decent amount of ammo, I think you probably should be checking basically nothing. Like, unless your go mode requires you to do suitless something or other, then you should just gun it. But when you have go minus ammo or charge, things get a little more awkward. And you kind of have to play the game of like, oh, am I checking these things because I need charge or ammo? or am I actually just using that as an excuse to hope I find more movement items? And I don't
Very
know.
different. Very
Sure.
different between
Yeah.
Major Minor and Full Countdown. They are very different in that.
Yeah, for
All right.
sure.
Sure. So talking about the tournament as a whole, then I guess we can go individual. We'll start with you, Beamer. What would you say has been the best race of this tournament for you, and the hardest race of this tournament for you?
This was the hardest race of the tournament for me. Probably because so I had the toughest opponent of all my races. That first of all,
Thank you.
and well, it didn't go quite like I hoped. So in the first seat, I was pretty much expecting to be behind because so much stuff just wouldn't work for me. The second race, I obviously also thought that, and apart from that, I thought I played this very well. It's just that stupid Ridley death that killed me in that race. Well, I couldn't tell you which one was my best race. I don't think I had too many highlights, to be honest. I've had my share of Crystal Flash clips, stuff like that, low ammo Ridleys, but nothing too out of the ordinary, I'd say.
Sure.
I can only tell you my toughest race.
Or you, Glove?
So let's see. Best race, I think, has to be Game 3 of the semis against V2 Nitro. I got a 45-minute and 4-second time.
Oh, that's right.
I'm pretty positive is a rando PB for me if we're not
That's
like
insane.
including minimizers and stuff. Like that's almost faster than my any percent time. And then
If I remember correctly, you had like one mishap on the way and almost beat your any percent time.
Literally like Parlor ruined it. Hardest, I don't know. Both of these races against Beamer. I know, Beamer's really good, and a lot of the things that I can leverage in terms of movement or some better rando tricks and stuff aren't going to be as effective against Beamer, so I just have to like play a more honest game as though I were just like trying to have the highest win percentage possible. Might be my hardest game might have been against Dirksu, though. That just felt really bad. I was really hoping to win that one because now Dirksu has a 2-1 record over me lifetime. And I don't like having losing records to people.
How can you lose to Dirksu? That guy's a total pushover. I hope he's in chat.
Much love from Beamer.
Never lost to Dirksu. Yeah, I love to Dirksu, man. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there were definitely some cool opponents this tournament, and I really hope we'll see, should this ever happen again, I hope we'll see some more buzz around it and potentially some top players joining. Because I thought the format was really incredible. Like, my only complaint is that the tournament called Choozo didn't have Choozo as an option for split.
Oh yeah.
And I actually think I'm really good at Choozo, so just had to...
Well, before we wrap up everything, Beamer, do you have any last thoughts?
Thanks for the tournament. Thanks for that race, Glove. Would have liked to make it more competitive, but it wasn't gonna be today. Thank you, Idol. I don't know if you're still here, Idol?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just sitting in the background, laughing
I'm
on mute at some of the comments here about Dirksu being a pushover. Yeah, right.
Not you. You won a game. You won a game against me. Something which Dirksu has never done. Where was I? Thank you. And I want to mirror what Glove just said. I hope the next time we get this tournament, some absolute top dogs will be in this. That would be pretty cool. And yeah, see you in the next Choozo.
Beamer, been great watching and calling your races. Definitely look forward to seeing you in the future. Glove, any last thoughts?
Yeah, it's the same sentiments. Absolutely. Thank you for y'all on comms and tracking, and everyone who did comms and tracking. Thanks to Idol for running the tournament. GG Beamer was excited to go against you, as I said. And GG to all of the opponents I faced on the way here. Got to run against some familiar faces, and I got to meet some new up-and-comers. And that's what I love about tournaments. I think that tournaments make people improve so much more quickly, and that gets people involved in the community, and it gets, everyone talking about whatever format's being run and figuring out new tricks and stuff. So it was just really cool to see the tournament progress.
I agree, and same sentiment for you, Glove. It's been awesome watching and covering your races and watching you progress through this tournament. I didn't know about this tournament until we were in week 2. And that's when I started doing commentary. So, Beamer, you mentioned earlier, maybe some more exposure to it. Hopefully more people learn about this tournament. Since in week 2, I've wanted to be around this and see this every single week. It pushed me enough that I'm now running the randomizers, which I wasn't doing before this tournament.
Awesome.
I had my first stream where I ran a randomizer during this tournament. Never did that before, but this tournament, like looking at it, I was like, this is awesome, because the next time that this comes around, I'm not just going to be doing comms. I'm going to dive in, and I'm going to lava dive in with all of you and go for it. I know I'm going to get destroyed, but this what Idol put together just made it fun for everyone. And watching this format, I agree, this format's been awesome.
Get ready to be very nervous before races. Get excited during races.
Well, I do race Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide.
All right, then you know what's going on. All right, so get disappointed when you see the finish from your opponent. Get really, really stoked when
I'm looking for my first
all of
tears.
This is so great.
My first tears is I'm in escape and I see a dot done from someone else.
It hurts. It never stops hurting.
Yeah, and it feels so good to be the one who presses dot done first.
I've had the ones where I'm in Final Fantasy VI Randomizer. I'm in the second or third tier of Kefka's the final battle with Kefka, and I'll see someone else dot done, and I'll be like, just get so angry. So I know that rough feeling, but I'm looking forward to putting on the going through the variants of all these randomizers and seeing how it goes. KJ, what are you thinking?
I was thinking, wait till you last check a suit item, because that hurts.
The best thing is thinking you're dumb because you got something very late and then still finishing first. Because you didn't even think of another possibility to throw the seed even more, and your opponent did that. That's also great.
No, this was pretty fun. For this tournament, I had only commentated once, and that was for the Video Weekly Randomizer. So this was really my first exposure to commentating, and this is a blast. I've loved this. I'm gonna keep doing this. I can't wait to volunteer for other tournaments, and I've already raced. I've been racing for some time. I'm not bad. I'm not good.
I'm bad, and I'm okay.
Definitely not bad.
And you go with that, KJ. Like I did commentary in the Varia Randomizer tournament that Kip Random won. But I think, I don't know, there's something about this tournament that was, even though we didn't have, as OK Beamer said, we didn't have the Kips and the those runners in this, but I almost felt like this tournament was more exciting because I feel like the playing field was a lot more even across the board. So it made for this just every week was outstanding. And then when we got to the top 8 playoffs, we saw three races and almost everything. So it was just, I don't know, it's just been an absolute blast. And I think this tournament is this Choozo tournament, I think it's one of the better randomizer tournaments I've seen in my time in the community.
Sweet.
Well, Idle.
Yeah, I can start taking it away here. Congratulations to Glove for winning the tournament, and also to Beamer putting on a good show in the finals. I remember Vincent making a comment during race 1. I hope race 2 is trollier, and I'm thinking it's only because these two runners put on such a good show. What was it? Gravity behind Ridley. No screw attack for Lower Norfair. You couldn't tell. A lot of people watching this tournament would have struggled to get to that seed the way you guys did so well. Really agree. Really liked what Glove said earlier about having the tournament around gets people interested, gets people motivated talking about it. It really does add some excitement. It's not just the vanilla speed runs. It's not just a random race. The tournament builds more interest, and it's that pressure that Beaver was talking about, the nervousness ahead. And I would really appreciate you both joining the tournament. I know I kind of marketed it as beginner friendly, and that scared some of the top runners off. But we need those experienced runners. I heard Vincent talk about. I look forward to getting crushed. That is part of the experience. And we really benefit from having the top experienced runners involved, and you two definitely fit the bill.
Thank you. Barely. In my case, I take that lie. Thanks.
No, I'm always learning stuff from Beamer when I watch his races. It's just the tech that he knows. He's an expert at rando. You could tell. Thank you, KJ, Vincent, for the comms, Jester on tracking. It's really happy to see you or the crew that we got for this final. I really want to give you a special thank you because, you're not runners. You're getting to be runners, but you're not doing it just because you're a part of a tournament. You feel like you need to give back. It's just your own time. You're taking your own time out of your day to help us out, and this crew covered a lot of races for us, and it just wouldn't have been the same tournament without it. With the tournament, with the format we had this year, best of 3 for everybody in the playoffs, that ended up to being over 80 races. I want to say 83 races, and every single one of them got a restream, which is incredible. I had no expectation of that, and it would not have been possible without people who aren't in the tournament stepping up and taking on those commentary and tracking roles. So really special thank you to KJ, Vincent, and Jester. You weren't the only ones, but we had Lenofis and Tracy stepped in for a few Crane and Storm. We even had Derp and Sloters a combo race or two, and there were some others as well. But
you've had a lot of good volunteers. Stack did quite a bit of tracking as well, and I will say shout out to the SpeedGaming team for their help through things. There's been times that we had a couple of issues that they were able to step in, and audience might not even notice the fixes that happened, but we got things taken care of because they were doing a great job behind the scenes.
Oh yeah, you're like stealing my list of thank yous here. SpeedGaming's right next on my list here with the big help. I mean, you mentioned it. You didn't even know about the tournament until week 2 because I can only put it on so many Discords. I'm not in a lot of Discords to begin with, and it's also I think my first announcement was hey, we might do this, maybe don't get too excited. It wasn't a very splashy announcement, and but SpeedGaming really put it on the map. Those 83 races, they needed to be shown somewhere. They had the availability to restream it all. Our contact this Metroid from SpeedGaming is really helpful. As you said, worked through a lot of issues for us. I don't know a lot about restreaming. It would be completely different and probably not much of a tournament if we didn't have that platform. Also, shout out to the Varia and the devs, Soichi and Only Dude. It's amazing. Randomizer have all these different options. The whole format of what you can choose is based around that. The whole idea, the original idea was, how do we do a Simrat beginner-friendly tournament, but have area rando? And then that's where this idea of letting the runners choose came from. And there's no area rando. There's no concept for the tournament. It's been really popular. I know in other random formats as well. And I think I hear even Dash Randomizer folks are talking about trying to do area rando type stuff in the future because it's just such a nice format. I'm really a big fan. Thank you to Exact Science, my co-admin. She wasn't able to be here today, but she's been very helpful throughout the tournament, constantly present in Discord. She put together that whole Choozo logic log. I saw a lot of runners referring to that, looking things up. So, what's in logic, what could be required on medium difficulty versus hard difficulty. She put that whole thing together. And as much as she's helped publicly, she's helped behind the scenes as well. Really been a good voice and someone I can rely on. So I really appreciate it. Thank you for stepping up, taking on that admin role.
Also, happy birthday, Exact Science's partner. She couldn't be here today because of that.
Yes, that's important. Thank you, Beamer. Shout outs to Nobody Nada, who is the Discord bot, so that when you go to the Discord, you type in a practice race or you fill out the Google form and it gives you a seed. That's he's running that bot for us. He also helps with debugging that bot and with the forums in general, like the how you submit to the forum and it goes to SpeedGaming, that whole integration. He was pretty helpful with that. Also need to give a shout out to Sinak for his bot that he uses for the race time. And our Discord bot uses a lot of his stuff too. Thank you, Dido, for this awesome format, where this awesome the layout we have. This screen we're looking at right now with the Super Metroid theme boxes and everything. Do you expect me to come up with this? No, no chance I would have anywhere near this artistic capability. It looks really nice. Was really generously came up with this for us. I got a little help from Coxla for that Choozo logo in the center. Thank you to the runners. Obviously no runners, no tournament. And like I said, it wasn't something that a lot of people knew about ahead of time. I was trying to get more beginners in. I know from that Simrat experience, if you just try it out, you're going to have fun, you're going to learn. And people bought into it. And we even got some of the top runners as well. So that was great. And some of those runners helped us out with comms as well. As you mentioned, Captain Stack was both a runner and tracked a lot of races for us. Bad at Metroid, Baja Blood, Scoopula, Count Cranberry. Our finalists today, Glove and Beamer, also helped out with comms. Beamer especially with helped us being in a different time zone really helped us out. He covered a lot of races that many other people couldn't cover, and some of those ended up being quite memorable. I appreciate that. Thank you to our admins for a day. Real Gerbo came in as an admin and did a whole bunch of Discord stuff, set up channels and things. Shindig was an admin for like 4 hours and put a whole bunch of icons on the server. Thank you for the help, Nobody Nada and Kupo early on with some of the setup before we even know if we were going to be able to run the tournament, and Kuru and Insane Firebat for some feedback even before that. And thank you for the other tournaments, the Randomizer League, the multi-category Randomizer Tournament. Thank you, all those organizers and folks that helped put those on. As Clove already mentioned, it's just awesome to have these tournaments to look forward to. And it was also motivating when the previous multi-category tournament ramped up. They made an announcement. They said, hey, we think we're doing about the right amount of work, and we're going to do something for SG Live in October, and then we'll do something after HGQ. They just left a big hole in the calendar. It was like an invitation, right? November to January. Hey, you want a tournament here? We're not running every tournament. Put something here yourselves. And so that's what we did. And I'm really glad to see everybody buy into it. The runners had to do twice as much work scheduling because of the whole format of choosing your options, and that could have been a mess, but the runners really stepped up and did a good job and put on a good show. A lot of really fun races that we ended up having. So I'm really happy with it. That's about the end of my spiel. I'm sorry I can't give the same courtesy the Rando League folks of like when the next one's going to be. It's been popular. More people know about it. I know there are, I think, a few folks who are sad they missed out on this one. We'll probably do it again. I don't know when. It might be different because we have more people interested. Maybe we'll add Choozo as an option this time.
Yes.
I'm okay with it not being an option last time, but I think as we ease into this, but maybe next time we can work it in. And I know there was some feedback on like how to do like the race, like the game threes, the playoffs and stuff, and that whole thing. Like, if you have more people, maybe you end up wanting to do multiple playoff brackets. There's a lot of things that will have to be decided down the road, but I just know it won't be anytime really soon. So like for the next 6 months, I'm not doing any tournament organizing. Don't ask me about it. I'm not going to be thinking about it.
Fair.
But we'll probably do it again. I don't know if it'll be an annual thing, but maybe we'll just see where there's a lull in the schedule or when there's the interest builds up for it. But yeah, it's been really great to see people really enjoy it.
Well, I think I can speak for everyone that's watched this or participated in it or been or surrounding it that this has been an absolute blast, and thank you, Idol, for putting it together.
Yep.
And when the next time comes around, I think you can count on a few of us being more than willing to help. I'd be more than happy to help in the organizing role. And something I'm going to be doing for everyone is I've got some of it done. I wasn't able to get it done for today for various reasons, but I've got a video that I'm putting together. It's a compilation of some of the better moments that have happened in the tournament, including some of those facial reactions from Baja Blood, which were classic.
Yeah.
And that was something I hope we get more of in the future, is the face cams. Just you see, like watching, we know how we react on comms, but watching some of the players react the way they do, that was amazing. So absolutely outstanding. The comms team in general, seeing almost all a lot of the races get covered, a lot of people volunteering time putting in, it definitely makes things a lot easier. The runners, the amount of time that they've had to put in, please give these two runners a follow if you haven't already. These are two outstanding runners who gave us great races all the way through this tournament. For this comms team, myself and KJ, we've worked together for quite a few races, and even there were times that KJ was covering other races and I was covering others. Make sure as many people got commentary as possible, and then Master Tracker, Jester Zooks, we enjoy doing this, and we enjoy watching the racing, and that's part of why we are willing to put our time into it. And I mean, I know it's the same for Beamer and Glove. I've watched races where the two of them were doing comms. Like this is an Idol as well. It's been an absolute blast, and it's been an amazing experience. AJ, do you have any last thoughts?
No, you said everything perfectly. I don't think I can top that.
Well, I know I'm not alone in saying this, but I am really looking forward to the next round of the Choozo tournament. Hopefully Choozo is part of that. We'll see. We'll see what, Idol Choozos for the event itself and the timeline. And I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, my Yorkie, who's next to me, is excited as well. You might be able to hear her in the background. But thank you very much, everyone. Really looking forward to the next time. Looking forward to other randomizer races through the year. But this is definitely a tournament that when this comes back around, I'm not just going to do comms. I'm going to enter and race this. Looking forward to it. And, the Choozo Randomizer season and this amazing tournament. I'm Vincent RTA. Was joined by KJ and Idol and Glove and Beamer for this awesome race with Jester Zook's tracking. We will all see you guys next mission.